were nominated for an award, right? MVA?
I got nominated for the VMAs. I was also nominated for BT Award, and also I was nominated about 4 times for BT Hip Hop Awards. None of which, I didn't win anything, but you know, they always say the nomination is great. I don't believe in that. I want to win something.
Okay, so this year you're gonna win something.
But this year,
yeah, it's happening this year.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And let's see, I did a little bit of research. So you, Cameron, have you worked with Cameron?
You know what? That's somebody else asked me that earlier today. I don't even know Cameron, but Wikipedia, I guess that's like, I don't know where they get the information from, but like, I would say 50% of the stuff they got up there is just so untrue. I never met Cameron. I grew up in Washington Heights, and obviously he grew up in Harlem, which was it's not far apart from each other, but maybe somebody made a correlation between the two, but it's untrue.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because it's, you know, they have it.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm cool with Dipset. I mean, I'm cool with them. They're cool with them? Yeah, so
okay. All right.
I don't have any issues.
So when is your album gonna drop?
My album actually drops April 7th.
Okay.
It's slated to be in stores April 7th, and obviously the album's called Guilt, my sophomore release. My first debut album I released in March 27, 2007, called Music Is My Savior.
Okay.
So.
And that was the This Is Why I'm Hot.
That was with the This Is Why I'm Hot single, and so it's been a couple, and Like This was my follow-up single. So it's been a couple years since I've dropped an album. Actually, about 2 years to be exact. From, 2 years and a week from when I'm actually dropping it. So
what have you been doing in between time?
Man, biggest thing for me is touring. I had such a huge record and such a huge remix that I've been touring, not only the U.S. but predominantly I've been doing a lot of international touring, a lot of Europe. We did Asia at one point in time, South America. So I mean, I make sure that I stay relevant out there, And Europe has been a good place for me. Europe has been a good place for my music.
How was it in Europe? What was it like?
For me, it's refreshing because I love what the U.S. has to offer. I mean, they still build. You can build a career here. You build a career with the tastemakers, but there's such an appreciation for music overseas that that's one world that I will not take for granted. They buy albums, they come to the concerts, they support. When it comes to paying for shows, they are very supportive when it comes to that. So
Really?
Yeah.
So how long did you stay over there when you went?
I usually for the past year and a half, or maybe a year at least, I've probably been over there. Honestly, I try to go at least once a month. I'll spend about 2 weeks in Europe, but not now. Obviously, that I'm promoting for the new album, so I'll stay in America doing that. And when I'm recording, obviously I record in. I built the studio in Atlanta, so I record in my studio in Atlanta. But other than the two, I'm probably on the road, and most of the times when I'm on the road, I'm in Europe.
Wow! Oh my God! So do you know Estelle? Have you met her before?
No, I haven't. But it's just interesting to see, someone from Europe actually take off. I think she did a thing in Europe, but take off in America. And for me, it's kind of like the reverse. Even though I've had a successful career in America, they really take fond of me, like in places like Germany and obviously London. Mainly because I do. Obviously having the reggae remix didn't hurt me. With Junior Reid and Sham, with the This Is Why I'm Hot remix, it didn't hurt because they love reggae over there.
Really?
And then and then on top of it, it was such a huge record, so I'm able to go over there pretty much anytime I want.
And hurt them.
And kill them to this day.
Because I heard Junior Reid is like, he's the bomb.
Yeah, Junior Reid's dope. Sham, they dope. They're both two cool dudes. I mean, obviously, having that Jamaican descent, being able to go to Jamaica and just get nothing but love is crazy. So, I mean, whatever they've done as far as blessing me with records, I think I'm always going to have a friendship and almost a family type of atmosphere when it comes to the both of them. So,
really?
Some more music from me and them real soon.
Oh, that's too cool. Oh, my God. That's great. So the first single on the new album is what? Tell me a little bit about that.
It's called Move. It's the first single. Move is, I think for me it was a record that I needed. Sometimes when you come in the game with such a huge look. Like with a record like This Is Why I'm Hot, it kind of becomes the gift and the curse, you know, because the positive side is that you get to accomplish something that, you know, 75% of MCs don't ever get, and that's having a successful #1 record, #1 song in the country. But then you got to come back and defeat that, and you got to come back and challenge that record. So when I did Move, it was more like, look, I wanted to tell my fans, I'm not here to challenge This Is Why I'm Hot. I will never make another record that sounds like that. I'm moving on to something new, no pun intended. And when I heard the record, the track that the producers gave me, shout out to the interns. That's a new crew out of Chicago.
No way, interns did. They worked on the Move?
Interns did the Move record for me, and they did about 8 records on my new album.
No way. Oh, I know it's killing it.
Yeah. So, you know, they blessed me and they hooked me up, and I think it was just something that was necessary for me because, like I said, I wanted my fans to know that I'm not into doing the same thing twice. Lightning doesn't strike in the same place twice. So for me to make music, I want to be able to touch all genres. This Is Why I'm Hot had an audience, great.
Right.
I have a fan base from that. Now, if I give you Move and it don't sound like This Is Why I'm Hot, I really want to see who's my loyal fan base, who's going to stick with me and support me on April 7th.
Wow.
And I got so much great music to deliver that I think, you know, I can't go wrong, in my opinion, with what I'm giving to people. They just got to definitely invest in the album.
Okay,
Definitely.
okay, yeah. It's coming. I believe it is. Because I did a little bit of research, and it was saying, like, on this new album, you did a song with Biggie, too, also, right?
Yeah. Well, I put it out there. The song that I did with the Biggie sample was a song called Bread and Butter. A producer by the name of DJ Absolute actually gave me the record in the studio. He's a DJ in New York for a radio station in New York, and it was never intended to be on the album. So I don't want to bamboozle people for them to think that I'm putting it on the project. The record actually got leaked out, and we wanted to try to get clearance on it so we could actually use it for the album. But because it got leaked out, it kind of derailed that whole process, and it became something that I just said, look, if the fans like that record, you know where to get it, you know where to find it, you know where it's at. I got great music on the album, and that was just a test, in my opinion, for my fans to, like I said, once again, those loyal fans,
right,
rock with me, because I'm gonna give you a whole lot of music, and I'm gonna give you different sounds, whether it's Move or Bread and Butter. I got a record on the album called One Day, which features reggae artist Kamani Marley, which is Bob Marley's son. And,
no way!
I'm doing something so different on this record that I just want people to really understand. Like, see, one thing I learned, and obviously we talked about the whole European influence. One thing that I've learned is that when I look in the crowd and I see who's coming to my shows, it ranges anywhere from a die-hard hip-hop fan with the backpack and the, you know, and the shell-toe Adidas, all the way up into a white man with a mohawk and some skull and bones on. So I mean, it ranges. My audience is very wide,
versatile,
and I want to make sure that I fulfill whatever my audience is looking for. So whether it's rock and roll music, whether it's reggae music, whether it's hip hop, whether it's R&B, I think my album pretty much cover. I got alternative. I got a record on the album that was orchestrated in Rome. It was a 15-piece orchestra, all live music, and the record is called Chasing Sunshine, and it's pretty much, honestly, in my opinion,
I know it's rocking.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy record. It's a crazy concept. A lot of people, saying that they want to do live music on their album, and they'll get in the studio with a guitarist and a drummer, and I'm not discrediting anybody,
right?
But to be able to go in the studio with a 15-piece orchestra, with violinists,
oh my God,
people playing the cello and electric guitar, I think that's one of my, like, to me, that's taking it to another level. That's just taking hip hop to another level.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. So what's the name of that song again?
It's called Chasing Sunshine.
Are you just rapping? Is there somebody else on there?
It features another artist. It's a brand new guy. His name is KV.